So, this is our third lecture of our subject digital system design, and today's topic is binary arithmetic, and today we will be covering these topics. The topics are addition of binary numbers. We will be covering the rules how to add two numbers, and then we will be covering to the negative number representation. The aim for negative representation is to perform the subtraction of binary numbers, and there will be three methods: direct method, one's complement method and two's complement method, and then we will be taking into consideration the complements which exist for other number system like octal, decimal and hexadecimal. So, let us start with the first topic of ours, addition of binary numbers. So, these are the rules for binary addition. Majority of the rules for used for this binary addition are pretty simple ones. So, if you are adding these two numbers 0 plus 0, if you add these two numbers 0 plus 0, you will get sum 0 carry 0. Similarly, if you add 0 plus 1, you will get sum as 1 carry as 0. Similarly, if you add 1 plus 0, you will get sum as 1 and carry as 0. The last case, which is a bit different, is and a bit tricky, is 1 plus 1. So, now 1 plus 1 is sum is 0 carry is 1. Now, how this sum is 0 and carry is 1? For this we can check that 1 plus 1 is 2 in decimal, and this 2 in binary is equivalent to your 1 0. So, when this 1 and 1 is added in binary, that is why it is written this is the sum part and this is the carry part. So, when this 2 is represented in 2 bits in form of sum and carry, we get that this sum is 0 and carry is 1. So, that is why sum is 0 and carry is 1. Similarly, if we have previous stage carry, if we take previous stage carry into consideration, then there will be 3 ones to be added. So, 1 plus 1 plus 1. So, 1 plus 1 plus 1 ideally is in decimal is equivalent to 3, and when this 3 is represented in binary, it is 1 1. That means, sum is also 1 and carry is also 1. So, in this way this becomes the rule formation for our addition part. So, let us take two numbers. This is my first number 0 1 1 0.10. This is my first number, okay, and 1101.11. This is my second number. Now, these two numbers are to be added using the above set of rules. So, when we start, I am using this topmost row for carry storage or showing carry, and the last row for sum. Okay. So, this will be storing my sum. So, let us start 0 plus 1, we are getting sum is equal to 1, carry is equal to 0. As we can check 0 plus 1, sum is 1, carry is 0. In the next row, I am getting 1 plus 1 plus 0. Effectively, it becomes 1 plus 1. That means, 1 plus 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. So, sum is 0, carry is 1. Similarly, again 1 plus 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. Again 1 plus 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. In this stage, there are 3 ones to be added, 1 plus 1 plus 1. So, 1 plus 1 plus 1, as we can see from this table, sum is also 1 and carry is also 1. Okay. And in this stage, 1 plus 0 plus 1, ultimately it becomes 1 plus 1. So, sum is 0 and carry is 1, and with this carry there is nothing to be added, we can consider them as 0. So, 1 plus 0 plus 0, it becomes 1. So, this becomes my answer 10100.01. So, in this way we can add any two binary numbers using this set of simple addition rules. Okay. So, this is all about binary addition. Now, coming to the representation of negative number. So, there are 3 ways to represent negative numbers. First one is sign magnitude representation. In this sign magnitude representation, we can see that it is the simplest one. We use an extra bit to denote the sign of that number. That means, if I use an extra bit and if that extra bit is 0, then the number will be considered positive, and if that extra bit is 1, then the number will be considered as negative. We will be taking example of this for more clarity, and similarly this one's complement representation, it is also used for representation of negative numbers. Replace subtraction with addition, this gives me an advantage. So, subtraction is a bit difficult, direct subtraction is bit difficult. When we will be coming to the direct subtraction, we will see that it is slightly difficult. So, that can be replaced by this one's complement method, because it replaces subtraction with addition. And one's complement is very easy to obtain. It can easily be obtained by just complementing the number. That means 1 can be replaced by 0, 0 can be replaced by 1. This is simple one's complement. And similarly, there is a method called 2's complement, which also replaces subtraction with addition. That means, these 2 points are common among 1's complement and 2's complement. And how this 2's complement is obtained? It is obtained by addition of 1's complement and 1. That means, if I add 1 to the 1's complement, then I get the 2's complement. But the thing is that addition of this 1 is at the extreme right position of the number, irrespective of the fractional point. Okay. We will be taking into consideration these 3 things in the next slide by taking an example. So, let us come to the examples. So, I am taking a number 7. This 7 is represented in binary as 111. Okay. So, just to remind how this 7 is 111, you can use these 3 weights 1, 2 and 4. So, 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. So, that is why 7 is 111. So, if I want to denote this 7 in signed magnitude form, I have used extra bit as 0. So, 0 becomes plus 7, and similarly to denote minus 7, I have used extra 1 here. Here this extra bit was 0, here this extra bit is 1, and the rest of the number is exactly the same 111. So, in this way I can represent plus 7 and minus 7 using an extra sign bit. Okay. So, this is the simplest representation of a negative number. Now, let us come to the next method, which is the ones complement method. So, in this ones complement method, replace ones and 0. This is actually shortcut for this is actually the operation of ones complement. How this ones complement is obtained? It is obtained by replacing ones and 0 or interchanging ones and zeros. So, this is if this is minus 7 is written as 0 do not get confused that this 0 is this plus 7. This 0 is not signed magnitude form, is not in signed magnitude form, it is just a simple plain binary number 0 So, the ones complement of 0 will be 1 as mentioned here, replace ones and zeros, interchange ones and zeros. So, 0 ones complement is 1 Similarly, 2's complement of this minus 7 is, if I add, this is the ones complement, if I add 1 to it. So, ultimately this becomes 1001. So, this becomes a 2's complement of minus 7. Okay. So, in this way we can write any negative number in signed magnitude form, in ones complement form and in 2's complement form. And there is a shortcut as well to compute the 2's complement. We need not to perform ones complement and then add 1 to it to get the 2's complement. There is a dedicated shortcut, or we can say method, to write the 2's complement, although it is not, we cannot call it a method, but this is a shortcut. So, how to obtain the 2's complement of a number? Let us suppose you are provided with this number 11000100. So, let us suppose you are provided with this binary number and you are asked to find the 2's complement of this. Then the 2's complement of this can be obtained by using a shortcut which says that start looking from the extreme right, that means from here. If we start looking from the extreme right, we have to retain all the zeros, that means this 0 and this 0 will be retained, and the first one is also to be retained, that means I have retained these values and complement the rest of the number, that means this 0 will change to 1, this 0 will change to 1, this one will change to 0, this one will also change to 0. So, this becomes the 2's complement of this number. So, this is a shortcut, we need not to actually perform one's complement plus 1. If the question is in the exam, if we are provided with a question that find the 2's complement of this number, then we will not be using this shortcut, then we will be actually calculating one's complement and then adding 1 to it. But if in the exam, if we need to find the 2's complement of a number as an intermediate step to solve some question, then this shortcut can be used. Okay. So, now let us come to the actual thing, why we have studied these 2's complement or one's complement or this signed representation to perform the subtraction. And before going to subtraction, let us check the range of these numbers, signed, ones and 2's representation. So, as we can see that for 4-bit representation, we can see that here this MSB is 0, and here this MSB is 1. So, in sign magnitude form we can simply see that this is plus 0 to 7 and this is minus 0 to 7, as in these cases sign bit is 0 and in the lower half sign bit is 1. So, the upper half is 0 to 7 and the lower half is minus 0 to minus 7, clear. Similarly, for 1's complement, these are the representation of 1's complement, and you can check that these upper half is exactly the same 0 to 7, 0 to 7, 0 to 7. That means, if a positive number is to be represented in signed form, 1's form and 2's form, all these three representations are exactly similar. Okay. But if I need to represent a negative number, then we can check that these representations are totally different in these three cases. So, this 1 0 1 1 is equivalent to minus 3 in signed representation, minus 4 in 1's complement and minus 5 in 2's complement. So, these are the three different representation of negative numbers, and you can check any number. If you want to check this one, which we have already selected, 5, this minus 5, how this minus 5 1 0 1 is the 2's representation of minus 5. So, 5 is 0 1 0 1. Okay. So, the 2's of this can be obtained by using the shortcut. Start looking from the extreme right, retain all the zeros, there are no zeros, that means there is no 0 will be retained because there are no zeros, but the first one can be retained, this first one is retained, and complement the rest of the number. This 0 changes to 1, 1 changes to 0 and this 0 changes to 1. So, this 1 0 1 1, this you can check that this 1 0 1 1 becomes a 2's complement of this minus 5. Okay. So, in this way we can perform complements of all these numbers to get this table. The main aim to show this table is to find actually the range of these three representations. So, in signed we can check that in signed numbers are minus 7 to plus 7, the lowest number is minus 7 and the highest number is plus 7. So, minus 7 to plus 7, and similarly in 1's complement we can, the range is exactly the similar, minus 7 to plus 7, minus 7 to plus 7, but in 2's complement you can check that the minimum number is minus 8 and the maximum number is plus 7. So, for 2's complement the range is minus 8 to plus 7. Okay. So, in this way we can generalize this into a formula in form of, for n bit representation the range can be in form of 2 raised to power n minus 1, minus 2 raised to power n minus 1 to plus 2 raised to power n minus 1. Okay. So, in this way we can write the range of these numbers, and we can find that the 2's complement is having the highest range, as it is providing minus 8 to plus 7. Now, how this range is exceeded by one value? We can check that in signed representation and in 1's representation we are having minus 0, minus 0. Now, we need not to represent 0 in two forms, plus 0 and minus 0, 0 is 0. So, this 2's complement is eliminating this concept of minus 0, which is actually pretty good from machine's point of view. Machine is not able to understand the concept of this minus 0. Okay. So, that is why this 2's complement is preferred over 1's and sign magnitude representation. So, let us come to the subtraction part. For subtraction we have to understand these rules. So, A and B are the two numbers and difference and borrow are the outputs. So, if I perform 0 minus 0, difference will be 0, borrow will be 0. I am skipping this second case and coming to this third case, 1 minus 0, difference is 1, borrow is 0. Similarly, 1 minus 1, difference is 0, borrow is also 0. And this second case which we have left, 0 minus 1, 0 minus 1, which is not possible because we are subtracting a larger number from a smaller number, that guarantees that borrow will be there. Difference I do not know yet, but it is for sure that if I am subtracting a larger number from a smaller number, borrow has to be taken, only then it can be performed. So, that means borrow will be there. Okay. So, if borrow is there, then this 0 becomes 1 0. Okay. And if I compute 1 0 minus 1, this 1 0 is actually equivalent to your 2, and if I subtract 2 minus 1, then it becomes 1. Okay. That is why it is written difference is also 1, borrow is also 1. Okay. So, using these set of rules we can subtract these two binary numbers. So, 1 1 0 0 minus 1 0 0 1. I will be writing Burrows here instead of writing the Burrows upwards. I will be writing the Burrows here. So, 0 minus 1, difference is 1, Burrow is 1. Okay. 0 minus 0 minus 1, ultimately it becomes 0 minus 1. So, 0 minus 1 again is again difference 1, Burrow 1. Now, 1 minus 0 minus 1 is effectively 1 minus 1. So, 1 minus 1 is 0 with Burrow 0, and this 1 minus 1 minus 0, ultimately it is 1 minus 1, that is it is 0. So, it is 0 0 1 1. So, we can also verify whether it is correct or not if we use these weights 1, 2, 4 and 8. So, this is 8 plus 4, that means it is 12, and this 8 plus 1, this is 9, and this 2 plus 1, this is 3. So, if I subtract 9 from 12, I should be getting 3, which is the correct answer. Okay. So, in this way we can perform direct subtraction. So, now coming to the ones complement subtraction, let us suppose there are two numbers x and y, x minus y has to be computed, then what is the rule position? We have to take the ones complement of y, that means the negative number has to be complemented, and then we have to add this complement to the x value, and x is unaltered, that means there is no need to change the value of x, and after performing these two steps we have to check the carry value. If the carry is generated, then it gives me an indication that the answer is positive. Okay. And to get the answer, I have to add this carry back again to the addition result, and if carry is not generated, it gives me an indication that the answer is negative, and it is the answer, but to verify that whether I am this answer is in ones complement form, and to check whether this is the ones complement representation of the actual answer, I again take the ones complement, so that I get it verified that whether it is minus 3, minus 4, whatever it is. This will be more clear when we take the examples. So, let us come to the examples of this ones complement subtraction. So, I am taking here two cases, in which in first case I am subtracting 15 from 25, and in the second case I am subtracting 25 from 15. That means, in the first case the answer should be 10, and in the second case answer should be minus 10. So, let us check whether we are getting the correct answer or not. So, first of all, I have to perform this using ones complement. So, for these numbers 25 and 15 are to be written in binary. So, 25 when written in binary can be written as 1 1 0 0 1, using this 1 2 4 8 16. These weights you can check, 16 plus 8 plus 1 is your 25. So, this is my 25, and if I want to perform 25 minus 15, then 15 will be 8 4 2 1, this will not be required. So, these are the two values. So, from previous slide, if I go to previous slide, it says take ones complement of y, that means the negative number, and add this ones complement to x. So, this number is ones complemented. Ones complement means interchange ones and zeros. So, this becomes 1 triple 0. Okay. And this is retained, sorry, this number is written will be 1 4 times 0. 0 is replaced by 1, and these 4 ones are replaced by 4 zeros, and this number is retained as it is 1 1 0 0 1, and if I add this 1 plus 0 is 1 0 0, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 0, and there is a carry. Now, carry is generated, that means answer is positive, and to get the answer we have to add this carry back to the result. So, 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, then there is no change, 0 plus 0, 1 plus 0, and this thing. So, this 1 indicates two things. First, the answer is positive, and then it is added back to the result. So, this is 0 1 0. So, if you apply weights to this number 1 2 4 8 16, you can see that it is 8 plus 2, that means it is plus 10. So, in this way I am getting the correct answer. 25 minus 15, I should have been getting this plus 10. Okay. So, with this we come to the next question. So, let us take an example for this. Now, this 0, 15 and 25, I am using the values from here only. So, this 15 is 0 1 1 1 1 and 25 is 1 1 0 0 1. Now, there is one unwritten rule that both the numbers should be having equal number of bits. So, that is why I have used an extra 0 here. If I do not use an extra 0 here, then my answer will be wrong. I will not be getting plus 10. So, there is an unwritten rule that the number of bits in both the numbers which are to be subtracted should be equal. So, now let us come to this question. Now, the number 25 is negative. So, this will be 1's complemented. This 1's complement is 0 0 1 1 0 and this number is retained 0 1 1 1 1. Addition 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1, triple 1 1, carry 1, 1 1 0 0, carry 1 and 1 plus 0 plus 0 1. So, we can check that there is no carry. There is no carry, that means answer is negative, and it is the answer, but this answer is actually not in its raw form, it is in its 1's complement form. So, if I need to verify this whether I am getting the correct answer, that is I am getting the minus 10 or not, I am again taking the 1's complement of this number, which will be 0 1 0 1 0. That means, now I can see that it is minus 10. Okay. So, in this way we can compute the subtraction using 1's complement of a smaller number from larger number and larger number from smaller number. So, now coming to the 2's complement, all the rule position is same. The only difference is if carry is generated, the answer will be positive, and to get the answer we do not need to do anything with the carry, we have to just simply discard it. In 1's complement we have added this carry back to the addition result, but in this case we will be discarding it. That is the only difference between the 1's complement method and 2's complement method. So, we can perform question using 2's complement method. Again this 25 will be 0 1 1 0 0 1, this 0 need not to be placed there. So, I am erasing it, and this 15 will be 0 1 1 1 1. So, 2's complement of this number. Now, I can perform 2's complement directly by using the shortcut. I can start looking from the extreme right, I will be retaining the first one and then complementing the rest of the number 0 0 0 1 and retaining the number as it is 1 1 0 0 1. Now, if I add these two numbers 1 plus 1 0, carry 1, 1 plus 0 plus 0 1, 0 plus 0 0, 1 plus 0 1, 1 plus 1 0, carry 1. So, carry is generated, that means answer is positive, and the best thing about 2's complement, we need not to do anything with this carry has to be discarded. So, if I discard this carry, I am getting the answer as plus 0 1 0 1 0, which I can easily see that it is equivalent to your plus 10. Okay. Similarly, 15 minus 25 if you want to perform, 15 will be 0 1 1 1 1, 25 will be 1 1 0 0 1, and now 2's complement of this negative number will be, again if I start looking from extreme right, 1 and then complementing the rest of the number 1 1 0 0, retaining the first number as it is 0 1 1 1 1, adding these two numbers 1 plus 1 0, carry 1, triple 1 1, carry 1, triple 1 1, carry 1, 1 1 0 0, carry 1, 1 plus 0 plus 0 1. There is no carry, that means answer is negative, and it is the answer, but it is in 2's complement form. And to verify whether this is in correct, I am getting minus 10 or not, again I am finding the 2's complement of this number. How? Start looking from the extreme right, retain the zeros and the first one and then complement the rest of the number 0 1 0. So, you can check that it is equivalent to minus 10. So, 15 minus 25 you are getting minus 10. So, in this way we have performed subtraction using 1's complement and 2's complement. Now, similar to this 1's and 2's complement, there are multiple complements which are existing from other number systems as well. So, for decimal we can check that for binary base is 2. For this 2 we are having 2's complement and 2 minus 1 1's complement. That means, I have generalized it as r and r minus 1 complement, where r is the radix of that number system. Similarly, for decimal there is a 10's complement and 10 minus 1 9's complement. Similarly, for octal 8's complement, octal base is 8. So, 8's complement and 7's complement. Similarly, for hexadecimal numbers are 16's complement and 15's complement. Okay. So, we can perform these subtractions using these complements as well, but for that we need to understand the complements. In those additions we have used the concept of addition, and the addition concept we are only aware about this decimal one. So, let us check some examples for decimal subtraction using this 9's complement and 10's complement. Okay. So, let us take an example of this 25 minus 15 only. 25 minus 15 using 9's complement. Let us say I am doing this using 9's complement. So, this 15 9's complement has to be found, and to compute the 9's complement of a decimal number, there is a simple method: subtract each digit from 9. Okay. So, if I want to find 9's complement of this 15, then I will subtract this 15 from 99. 9 minus 5 4, 9 minus 1 8, that means this is the 9's complement. 9's complement is this 84. Okay. And this number is retained 2 5, and then I add these two numbers. So, 5 plus 4 9, 8 plus 2 10. Now, I can see that this one is carry, this one is generated, carry is generated, that gives me an indication that the answer is positive, and to get the answer I have to again add this carry back to the result. So, 9 plus 1 becomes 10. So, I am getting 25 minus 15 as plus 10. Okay. So, similarly, I can perform this for 15 minus 25 as well. So, in that case I must be getting your minus 10, but now I am using 10's complement to perform. Let us suppose I have now to calculate 15 minus 25 using 10's complement, that means this negative number has to be 10's complemented. So, 10's cannot be computed directly in that case because there is no shortcut. So, finding the 9's complement of this by subtracting it from 99. So, 9 minus 5 is 4, 9 minus 2 is 7. So, I get 74. If I add 1 to it, then it becomes 75. Now, this 75 is the 10's complement. Okay. So, the 10's complement of 25 is 75. This is a positive number which need not to be complemented. So, in this way we are having these two numbers. Let us add these two numbers. 5 plus 5 is 10, 0, carry 1, and 7 plus 1 plus 1, answer is 9. That means there is no carry, no final carry. That means my answer is negative. But again this answer is negative, but it does not seem to be minus 10. So, to verify this I have to again perform the 10's complement of this resultant. So, this number has to be again 10's complemented. So, for this first I will be computing the 9's complement. So, 99 minus 90, which will be 9 minus 0, 9, 9 minus 9, 0. So, this becomes the 9's complement, and if I add 1 to it, it becomes 10. That means, the 10's complement of this number is 10, and this we have already seen that the answer is negative. So, this is the subtraction using 10's complement. Okay. So, in this way we can perform subtraction using direct method, 1's complement, 2's complement, and that similar complement system is also valid for other number systems as well, as we have seen for this decimal number by checking some cases for subtraction using 9's complement and 10's complement. So, with this we come to the end of this lecture. Thank you.